Meeting of the Greater Lafourche Port Commission will now come to order. Mr. Archie Chasson, would you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Secretary, would you please give roll call?
Yes, sir. Seat A, Chucky Sheremy.
Here.
Seat B, Johnny Ardon.
Here.
Seat C, Jimmy Lafont.
Here.
Seat D, Rodney J. Gisclair Sr.
Here.
Seat E, Curtis Pierce.
Here.
Seat F, Larry Griffin.
Here.
Seat G, John Melson.
Here.
Seat H, Mike Calais here. Seat I, Chris Kelly.
Here.
Thank you. We have a quorum, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. Colley. Next, we have approved minutes for March 10, 2021 and March 24, 2021 meeting. Need a motion?
Move.
Moved by John Mellison, second by Rodney Gisclair Sr. Any discussion? Any public comment? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed. Next, we have Executive Director's Report.
Thank you, Mr. President. Before we get into the report, I just want to ask that everyone keep the folks in your prayers that are dealing with the search and rescue effort that's taking place as we speak offshore with that lift boat that turned over yesterday in all the weather. It sounds like we're getting some more weather right now, but please keep all of those folks in your prayers. First is our northern expansion. Northern expansion slip C, 1,100 feet east bulkhead, Picciola and Associates.
Yes, Shaver's Widow is the contractor. They're complete with the project, and we are complete with the lien period. We do have a clear lien certificate on the agenda later for approval, and that'll close out the project.
Any questions? Okay, northern expansion slip C, 1,500 feet east sweep dredging.
Magnolia Dredge and Dock is the contractor. We've given them a notice to proceed on Monday, April the 5th. They have started to mobilize on site, moving some dredge pipe in, and they've done their surveying, and they expect to start dredging within the next couple of weeks.
Okay.
The dredge is there this morning.
Yeah.
Any questions on that?
Thank you.
Joe. Northern expansion slip D and Bayou Lafourche dredge project, GIS Engineering. John.
Okay, the contractor on this project is Crosby Dredging. As you can see there, they're dredging in the Bayou Lafourche area right now. They've got the first 1,000 feet done. This is a picture of the disposal area. As you come right into the disposal area, they have split the line into two places to be able to better control where they deposit their material. Right now, they're depositing it mostly on the right, but in that particular picture, they happen to be disposing it about on the left. This is where it's starting to pile up. You can see they've got a couple of marsh buggy excavators moving the material back and forth.
So in Monday night's committee meeting, you had stated they brought in a larger dredge?
Yes.
All right. Thank you.
And they had always planned to do that. They just did it a little sooner than they expected.
All right.
All right. Further questions? Thank you, John.
Thank you.
Northern expansion GLF 626 site improvements, Angelette Picciola.
Okay, this is the Schlumberger site. This project is going to start advertising for bid today, with the bids being accepted on May the 10th. We have a base bid, Zone A, which is estimated at about $1.7 million, and we have 3 alternate bids at Zone B, C, and D, and each has an estimated cost of about $675,000.
Okay. Any questions? Okay. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Neil. Moving on to airport projects. Davey Bro, give us an update on aircraft operations.
The operations for the month of March, there were 1,627 operations. Passengers were 8,048, and vehicle count was 21,938. So vehicles are starting to move and operate out there.
Okay. All right. And the Airport Connector Road and Bridge, Picciola and Associates.
Yes, sea level construction was a low bidder on the project. We're still going through contracts with DOTD and the contractor. I've been told that the contractor has submitted their contracts back to DOTD for approval or review and approval, and then it'll come to the port for signature.
I think we got, was that what was sent to the wrong address? I know we just got
Different DOT
different
agreement.
Oh, okay, different DOT. We have a lot of them. Okay. I just wondering, we got a message this morning that something was sent to the wrong address.
But once we get that done, then we can start in our normal progression of work.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
And just for the public, you'll see some water line work that's taking place out there. That's the Lafourche Parish Water District that is doing their utility move for this project. So, and we should see construction would start somewhere around the end of May, early June timeframe. Good. All right. Moving on to other projects, the Tidal Creek Bridge and culvert improvements.
So Lowland Construction is the contractor for this project. They completed the kayak launch area, and they're working on the Tidal Creek Bridge. They're kind of wrapping that up now. They've already dug the Tidal Creek all the way to Flotation Canal and placed the mats in place. So they're doing cleanup work and also dressing up on the site. In the next week or so, they should be complete.
All right, good deal.
Thank you.
Questions? Thank you. Front Marina Boat Shed and Lift, GIS Engineering.
Okay, the contractor on this project is PCOLA Construction. They've been on hold for like the last month waiting on material. They did finally get that material on Monday and have started progressing on building the roof of the structure.
Okay. Good deal. Questions?
So again, we expect them to be finished by the end of the month.
End of the month? Okay, great.
Okay,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Right, Port Fourchon Bell Pass channel deepening, we are continuing to work with the Corps of Engineers, mainly the district office, as they're working to finalize getting some funds moved over to our project so they can give us an idea of how long it'll take to get us to the finish line so this can be fully approved to go to 30 feet. We've also applied through the federal government, through Congressman Scalise's office for, well, it used to be called earmarks. That's what y'all will know it by, is earmarks. I think it's called community project or something nowadays. But we did apply for and requested $900,000 of federal funds to go towards that project because if you recall, that's what the Corps of Engineers said, well, it's going to be difficult for us to move forward without dollars, federal dollars into that. So that's what we're trying to accomplish so that we can continue moving the ball forward on the deepening. Any questions on that? Okay, motor vessel Harvey C's removal. Bryce has been working with them on that. So.
Right, later on the agenda, you're going to see we have an access agreement to approve. That access agreement is actually with Harvey Gulf and McKinney Salvage, who's their contractor who's going to salvage the vessel. In terms of the overall project, we had a meeting about maybe 2.5 weeks ago with the permitting agencies. So Harvey Gulf's moving forward with getting whatever regulatory approvals they need to get. So once that's completed and the access agreement is all ironed out, I would expect that they're going to start work.
Okay. Any questions? All right, thank you. Bayou Lafourche Mooring Dolphins, Angelette Picciola.
All right, on this project, the plans and specifications are being submitted this week to the port for review, and then we'll begin advertising for bid. We have a base bid on the demolition of an estimated $398,000, and we have an alternate bid to rebuild 2 of the dolphins with a total estimated cost on that of $130,000.
Okay.
Is that a piece or for both?
That's total. So our estimate is about $65,000 a piece.
Thank you.
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, and the Fourchon Beach Restoration and Protection Project.
Okay, on this project, we met with CPRA about 2 weeks ago to discuss some of the preliminary concepts, and we're currently preparing the permit and preliminary design.
All right. Any questions? All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, the Bell Pass Tower upgrade.
We received one proposal from Deep South Communications for $389,179.76. We are finishing our evaluation, and we'll have a recommendation in May for that meeting.
Okay. That's well above what we estimated, so we're going to do the review as part of the process that we had set forth, but we'll have a recommendation for y'all again in May for that meeting. Okay. All right, and the pre-storm debris removal project, that is something we do every 3 to 4 years. Since Hurricane, I think, Gustav, we have been doing these pre-disaster debris removal contracts. It helps us in the FEMA process post-storm when we do have that. So that is being advertised as we speak, and we'll be collecting those bids April 23rd. Any questions? All right.
All right.
Thank you.
Mr. Chasson. Next, we have public comment. Mr. Archie Chasson had spoke to me about he wants to talk.
You asked me if I wanted to talk. No, I don't get down here as often as I should, Mr. President, members. Just to say thank you for all the partnerships. It's good to finally have a good working group of people, whether we're doing pre-legislative stuff like we did last week with Chet and some of our delegation, we're working with the sheriff, our DA, our assessor, our clerk. So as we go into legislative session, I know there's going to be a lot of work on capital outlay, making sure we get the remainder of the money for the airport access bridge and a couple other projects. So just here to say thank you. A lot of cool things happening across Lafourche Parish, so stay tuned. We'll make your eyes blink a few times, I'm sure.
Thank you. Nice and short. All right. Any other public comment? Okay, next we're going into committee reports. First we go into executive committee. Members are Chucky Sherman, Chairman, Rodney Gisclair Sr., Mike Cully, and John Mellison Jr. First we have consider approving the advertisement for summer employment.
Okay, this year, remember last year we couldn't do it because we were in the COVID protocol. We're kind of dwindling off of that. But this year we will advertise to hire 2 summer roustabout positions, one to work here at the office with our maintenance group at the shop, and the other to work with maintenance over at the airport.
All right, I need a motion. Moved by Mike Colley, second by Curtis Pierce. Any discussion? Any public comment? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed. Next, we have consider approving the cooperative endeavor agreement with the CPRA for the Lafourche Beach project.
Okay, as we spoke about earlier, we have the Lafourche Beach project. CPRA has proposed to fund $2 million of the project through their annual plan, which will be approved by the legislature in just through this session. So we recommend approving this cooperative endeavor agreement to accept those funds when they are approved.
All right, need a motion. Moved by Johnny Ardorn, second by Larry Griffin. Any discussion? Any public comment? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed. Next, consider approving the Energy World USA in default of release WBL-1.
Okay, so as y'all aware, we've been discussing with Energy World about this project for several years now. We've been having a lease with them on the west side of Bell Pass since 2016. We've gone back and forth with them. We do not find evidence that they have done their due diligence to actually achieve everything they needed to move forward with this project. Again, they are currently still in the FERC pre-filing process. They didn't even get to the full filing process, and this was something that was only supposed to take about 3 years from what we were originally told. There were things that Energy World was supposed to do. They agreed to pursue and achieve completion of a waterway suitability assessment and a U.S. Coast Guard letter of recommendation to FERC. That has not happened. Development permits have not happened, and construction of facilities with due diligence. And none of those, we have evidence that has taken place. So we recommend holding them in default. And just to be clear, as part of their lease agreement with us, if they are in default, they have 30 days to respond to prove to us that they are not in default. We don't anticipate that taking place, but we'll have to wait those 30 days and see.
All right, need a motion.
Move.
Moved by John Mellison, second by Mike Collier. Any discussion? Any public comment? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed. Next, we have consider approving the request from Trinity Rental Service to lease a portion of site GLF 337.
Okay, Trinity, Davey has been working with Trinity. You see Site 337 is part of the old PHI helicopter facility. They would like to lease the old hangar space and parking area. We recommend approving that lease.
You got need a motion? A motion by Chris Colley, second by Mr. Rodney Gisclair Sr. Any discussion? Any public comment? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed. Next, we have consider approving an access agreement with Harvey Gulf International for the motor vessel Harvey Seas.
We skipped number 5.
Consider approving the bids from surplus equipment sale.
All right, so we had 27 items that went up for surplus sale, and the first 23 of those items had bids on them. 4 of them did not. They were for glass window panes. So recommendation is to approve all the high bids.
Need a motion. We got one by Jimmy Lafont, another one by Mr. Curtis Pierce. Any discussion? Any public comment? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed. Now we have consider approving the access agreement with Harvey Gulf International for the motor vessel Harvey Seas.
So we've been discussing this for a while now. So we need this access agreement. That'll also include McKinney Salvage as a party to that agreement.
Need a motion. Moved by Larry Griffin, second by Johnny Ardorn. Any discussion? Any public comment? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passed. Get out of executive committee, going into permits and waterways committee. Members are Curtis Pierce, chairman, Jimmy Lafont, Chucky Sherman, and Johnny Ardorn. Mr. Pierce.
Thank you, Mr. President. We'll go right into the permits. First, we have Superior Shipyard and Fabrication, which is in Lafourche Parish, and unauthorized maintenance dredging of approximately 10,000 cubic yards of material out of 4 existing slips along Bayou Lafourche and placed in a nearby upland area. An administrative penalty will be issued for the unauthorized work. Next, we have Castex Energy Incorporated, Lafourche Parish, a proposal to bucket dredge and to extend an existing slip in order to reach a desired drilling location for the placement of a supporting slip and structure to serve the Castex, to serve that barge, and a platform will be installed at the proposed well location. Dredge material will be placed in a different area adjacent to the marsh. Approximately 95,000 cubic yards of native material will be excavated and placed on site, and approximately 25 acres of non-vegetated water bottom and 1.5 acres of vegetated wetlands may be impacted by the proposed activity. This is an extension of permit initiation period. Next is Greater Lafourche Port Commission, a proposal to install 2 pile mooring clusters, refurbishment of 1 existing 16-foot by 14-foot wharf, and construction of 1 14-foot by 14-foot wharf. Approximately 83 cubic yards of riprap material will be hauled in and placed upon an area measuring 142 feet by 4 foot along the right descending bank of Lafourche Parish. Approximately 0.02 acres of unconsolidated water bottoms may be impacted as a result of this proposed activity. And lastly, we have S2 Energy Operating LLC. It's a proposal to dredge 1,200-foot long, 70-foot wide channel for installation of 2 40-foot by 40-foot 4-pile platforms. Install 1 proposal 2-inch, 1 proposed 3-inch, 6 proposed 4-inch, and 1 proposed 10-inch pipelines from those platforms to tie into existing pipelines and platforms. The total length of the proposed pipeline is approximately 24,000 feet. Approximately 20,000 cubic yards of native material will be excavated and placed on site. In addition, 135 cubic yards of sandbag will be placed on site at a pipeline crossing. Approximately 16 acres of non-vegetated water bottoms may be impacted by this proposed activity. And Mr. President, that concludes my report for permits and waterways.
Thank you, Mr. Pierce. Getting out of permits and waterways, going to construction and development. Committee members are Larry Griffin, Chairman, Chris Colley, Jim LaFawn, Chucky Sherman. Mr. Griffin.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Next is consider accepting the clear leading certificate for slip C 1,100 feet east bulkhead for Shavers Witters Construction.
This project is fully complete. Recommendation to approve.
I need a motion. Moved by Mr. Griffin, second by Mr. Ardorn. Any discussion? Any public comment? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed.
Next is consider approving the FAA Airport Coronavirus Relief Grant.
Okay, as part of the second or third coronavirus relief package that the federal government passed, the airport is receiving $23,000. Recommendation to approve this agreement.
Okay, need a motion?
Move.
Moved by Mr. Rodney Gisclair Sr., second by Chris Collier. Any discussion? Any public comment? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed.
Okay, Mr. President, I'm sorry. It took me so long to present my committee, but I promise to make it shorter next time.
Thank you, Mr. Griffin.
You're welcome.
Now we're getting out of construction and development, going into finance committee. Members are John Melisone Jr. as chairman, Rodney Gisclair Sr., Mike Colley, and Chucky Sherman. Mr. Melisone, your turn.
Good morning, and thank you, Mr. President. Unfortunately, Mr. Griffin, the finance report will be a little bit longer. So we'll begin by consider approving payment of the March 2021 invoices and recognizing those over $10,000. And we'll begin with item 1, Crosby Dredging, LLC, $451,541.87, and that's for dredging of Slip D in Bayou Lafourche. Item 2, Shavers Whittle Construction, $325,978.12, and that's for the Northern Expansion, Phase 3, Slip C, Bulkhead, Part 1. Item 3, Lowland Construction Company Incorporated, $281,955.55, and that's for the Tidal Creek Bridge and culvert improvements for Slip D mitigation. Item 4, Angelette Piciola, LLC, $128,047.28, and that's for a couple of items. GLF 626 site improvements, LA1 Phase 2 Leeville Construction Canal Dredging and Mitigation, Fouchon Bridge, Bayou Lafourche Mooring Dolphins. Item 5, GIS Engineering, LLC, $60,708.93, and that's for the front marina boat lift and general consulting services, along with dredging of Slip D. Item 6, Jambon Dock, LLC, $50,000 even. That's for airport corridor property sale. Item 7, Piciola and Associates, $47,411.73. That's retainage for Slip C, 1,100 linear feet of bulkhead Phase 1, Slip C sweep dredge Phase 2, and 1,100 linear feet of bulkhead, Tidal Creek and culvert improvements for Slip D mitigation, dredge permit for flotation canal and mooring dolphins, and general surveys along with mitigation bank drawing. Item 8, Bouvier Insurance, $44,178.41, and that's for property renewal insurance. Item 9, Ascent Aviation Group, $30,018.89. That is fuel truck rental and fuel for resale. Item 10, Grand Isle Shipyard Incorporated, $29,994.84, and that's for contract labor at the FBO and Fouchon maintenance. Item 11, Vision Communications, $27,793.84, and that's for internet, phone, cable, and fiber services. Item 12, Tidewater Dock Incorporated, $24,155 even, and that's for boat lift roof repair, airport barn demolition, and dozer work in Part D fill area. Item 13, Dell, $22,907.42. That's for IT equipment. Item 14, Raceland Ag Service, $18,200, and that's for a modern AG 15-foot cutter for tractor. Item 15, Expert Technology, $17,388.65. That's for port security cameras and equipment. Item 16, Wagaspack Oil Company Incorporated, $13,853.56. Fuel for port vehicles and equipment. Item 17, Guardian Computer, $13,180.76. That's for IT support and off-site backups. And last, we have Bank of America, $12,950.57, and that's for port credit card charges. These expenditures, along with the rest, bring us to a total of $2,326,189.87. And Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion we accept these expenditures.
I got a motion by Mr. Melisone, second by Mr. Griffin. Any discussion? Any public comment? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed.
Next in committee, we have consider approving the Louisiana Compliance Questionnaire, and I'll turn that over to Director Chasson at this time.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. This Louisiana Compliance Questionnaire is part of our annual audit process. Recommendation to approve this questionnaire.
I need a motion. Moved by Mike Colley, seconded by Mr. Jim Lafont. Any discussions? Any public comment? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed.
Mr. President, this concludes the Finance Committee report.
Thank you, Mr. Melisone. Next, we go into any other business. Any public comment?
I make a move, we close, Mr. President.
I have a motion by Mr. Jim Lafont. I need a second by Mr. Johnny Ordorn. Any discussion? Any public comment? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed. I'd like to say, just keep everyone, the family in prayers for everyone who got devastated by this weather yesterday, and the prayers for, like Ched said earlier, to find the men that are still in the Gulf. Thank you all. Thank everyone for coming. Meeting adjourned.